Hi, I'm Ruth Stern, and I created this video series for those of you who suffer with going or staying asleep. And the reason that I have so much passion is because I personally had suffered over 19 years of insomnia, and I'm excited to say that I have now been healed, cured, however way you want to say it, for over 6.5 years because of the techniques that I'm going to show you. I'll give you a little history about myself so you can see where I started and where I am now. Professionally, I'm a mental health therapist in private practice and a coach. So I've always had a ton of tools to help myself or people with things that they suffer like stress. But what I was using was not working for me at the time. There was something missing. So what happened was I got pregnant, and that's when my insomnia started. So people started assuming, like my doctors, that I had a hormone imbalance. And that wasn't it, because they were working with that, nothing happened. Then I went to a psychologist who gave me breathing techniques and relaxation techniques, which again, for people with a mild sleep problem, that can help, but it didn't help me. I went to 2 different hypnotherapists, and again, I think hypnotherapy is wonderful, but they were giving me visualizations to sleep, and those particular ones did not work for me, and now I know why, and I'll tell you in a moment. I went to a medical doctor who was holistic and gave me all kinds of things to balance my cortisol level. It gave me nutritional supplements, and it goes on and on what I did. I got so desperate because I couldn't sleep and I was miserable that I started taking Klonopin, which is a prescribed medicine and very addictive. After a while, that didn't even work, and then I'd have to take more, and my body started getting addicted to it, and it was a disaster. And then, over 7.5 years ago, I learned a technique called EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it opened up an amazing door for me, because I learned that energetically my body, mind, spirit was off, and I also learned that the secret to healing my anxiety was to go into my insomnia, was to go into my anxiety that I'm holding, that I wasn't even totally all aware that I had, deal with the anxiety while I was balancing the energy. And so dealing with both became the cure for my problem. And in upcoming videos, I'm going to show you the technique, the exact technique that I use to heal insomnia. But for now, one of the most important things I can tell you to get started already is for you to understand that often you're walking around anxious and stressful and you don't even know it. In our society, I think we're used to being anxious. You know, we're Facebooking and tweeting and emailing, and we're rushing, and we're all over the place. And the mind never relaxes. It doesn't have any peace. We're just moving too fast. And while technology is great, we also have to find a space to come back to, because we're moving really quick, and then we want to go to sleep, and we lay down on the pillow, but we can't just turn off the switch like that. So I'm going to show you in each video ways to start turning off that speeding mind chatter so that you can relax and finally sleep. So here's the first thing that you can already do, and all you need is a notebook. It's journaling. Journaling is powerful because it's like a brain dump, so that anything that's on your mind from the day or the day before, instead of holding it in your system, you put it down on paper. But here's the good news. You don't have to write pages. All you have to do is kind of review your day and just ask yourself, is there anything coming up that's unresolved for me? Or was there an irritation or a frustration? Or maybe it's just you have a big to-do list and it's just so much it's overwhelming. Then write all that stuff down. You just dump it on the paper. If it's a situation with people or at work or relationships, you don't have to write down the whole story. Just write, I'm still upset at Mary for, or I can't believe blah, blah, blah happened. You just need to write a few statements. And then write down a few thoughts and feelings that are connected. I'm still angry, I'm guilty, I'm sad, I'm whatever your feeling is. So at least it's out there. And then to get some relief, ask yourself this question: what's one thing that I can do or say to myself that can already provide relief for this thing that's glaring? You know, you might have 5 things you wrote down, but one is really sticking out. So write down an action step or something that you can say to yourself to give yourself some relief about this. That will already help. Journaling is very powerful. I do it a lot. So give yourself that gift, get a notebook, and start your process of going and staying asleep by journaling, clearing it out, beginning clearing it out. And in the next video, I'm going to show you the 3 biggest mistakes that people do that prevent them from going to sleep. So see you in video 2.